Steve Wolf is the newest addition to Street Fighter V, that Larry character we've been waiting for a while. That's lovely for some, and it is the case that they haven't made a poop character or anything like that. It looks like he'll be an obstacle as an opponent, and probably a lot of fun to play if you made him. And that's the end of the nice things. So Steve Wolf, first off, welcome to Blonde Fighter. It seems like they have no sense of uniqueness anymore, Street Fighter. Like they're terrified since the Hakan incident to try anything different. Isn't this supposed to be like World Warrior Tournament or something? It doesn't seem like it when you have one Middle Eastern, one South Asian, one African, two South Americans, one North Asian. Well, DiCaprio's in the game, I guess. But the entire World Warrior Tournament, I mean, you've fallen short a little bit there, mate. What makes it worse as well is the Street Fighter doesn't really make it apparent where anyone is from like it used to. So when you do see new additions, you assume they're all American or British or some part of the West. And as much as I love living in the West, this isn't all that is here. Like, you can find Asian and African people here, don't have to be from their respective countries or continents of heritage. They're different people here. It's so odd. This is a Japanese game originally, and the direction they've gone with character design, especially with Steve, just shows where they stand with their idea of compelling character design. There's an extra point as well that I'd like to highlight, and I pose this question to you. So, when was the last time they released a brand new character that shared a fighting style with any existing character? Don't say DiCaprio, she's different. Well, the answer is they haven't done that. Every new character that's been introduced has had their own type of fighting style, whether it's a existing style in the world that we live in or something just made up by that prospective character. The problem with Steve is, well, let me put it to you like this. Yeah. Basically, what Macy Gray said, I think it's Macy Gray. Basically, with this newest kickboxer, you can kiss DJ goodbye. The resident kickboxer in the game since Street Fighter 2 New Challenges or Turbo or whatever. For them to do this, is kind of clear what they want to do with DJ, what you think about DJ. And don't get me wrong, I don't really like DJ aesthetically. He's kind of goofy looking and in action as well. Gameplay is great, but yeah, he just kind of dorky to me. But he was a brother. And with his inclusion, it did bring diversity to the roster, or at least help to bring diversity to the Street Fighter roster whenever he was included. But I'm guessing he won't be in this time around. He isn't in Street Fighter 5 now, and it took a petition to get him and Thunderhawk into Street Fighter 4, so it's not looking good for DJ. Well, that sort of thing, just to reiterate, that sort of thing does not happen. Like, if a character comes in and he's sharing the same fighting style as an existing character, it's not going to happen. It's like if a character came in and he had the same style as Chun-Li, which will never happen. But if they did, only unless it's like Chun-Li's daughter or something, or that girl who we saw her training in the Street Fighter 3 ending. But aside from that, like anyone else who comes in, Chun-Li's not going anywhere for the time being. It just doesn't happen, and it's clear what's going to happen to DJ, but whatever. Because again, he's not one of my favorites. The next thing why this is annoying is, let's keep it real, if that's alright. Some of the greatest fighters in the world are black men, period, and yet Street Fighter is set in a world where this is not the case, it seems. Like Steve, but what? Luke. I don't give a so Luke could have easily been a black character, but it would seem a normal built black man There's been some bit of contention for Capcom. Like, it doesn't seem like it can happen to them. Like, it just doesn't compute. Like, when somebody like puts it forward, like, what do you mean? And that, like, we don't want rappers anymore. Like, why are you even? Isn't Def Jam Vendetta? Why are you even suggesting security? You know, it just really doesn't seem something that they can comprehend. But KOF did it though. KOF did it thrice actually in their last game, and with the roster that they've got and the reception for the South American team, I'm sure that those guys will be back, and there'll be a few more as well. But yeah, despite all our Afro champions of the world, this is how they show their inspiration to them. And it's, yep. Welcome, Luke. I like white people, by the way. See you later.